All right, we're here.
Yeah, so this
Check
is
1 2 check.
It's
Yep.
like the best crack you can get right here,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got this in Chicago.
I love that. Icebreakers.
Intervention.
Yep.
Intervention. All right, so I got to do something here.
What are you doing?
Wait a minute. I don't know. Actually, never. There we go.
He's
Ladies
probably gonna
and
break-
gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main event. I am Ron Phillips, and this is Rocky Stucci. Welcome to the program.
Rocky Stucci.
This sounds weird in my ear.
It does. It sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yep, I got to do this.
Reduce your current car payment by as much as $100 a month.
Oh yeah, I see what's up.
Easy to refinance your current car payment and save up to $100 a month. Could you use an extra 100 a month? Then make
All right, everybody, gather round.
today.
Gather around.
It's easy. Only takes
I might switch.
and there's no cost.
Switch back.
Yep.
Yep. All right, here we go. Stand by.
From the comfort of your home. Call today and see how much you can save.
Call now, 800-493-6114. 800-493-6114. 800-493-6114. Call now. Again, 800-493-6114. Terms and conditions apply. Financing is available with approved credit. See openroadlending.com for details.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Oh, well, that sucked.
Oh, sorry. I saw chat messages going, "Hey, are you guys on YouTube?
Did
Are
you
you on
see-
YouTube?" Yes, we're on YouTube.
Ron just goes,
I just
I didn't even feel that shit again. This is Abnormal Realities with Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
yeah, that's us.
You know, it's weird, bro. It's
What?
weird because so I'm looking at this bag. So Ron gifted me with these headphones. They're in-ears like he has that he's wearing right there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm holding the bag that these headphones came in. Let me see how can you guys see that?
It's a little black bag. Yeah.
You know, it kind of has a ganj smell to it, bro.
A what?
A ganj.
Ganj?
Like wacky tobacco stuff. Smell that, bro. What are you doing?
No, it doesn't.
Dude, you really sniffed that thing.
I did. There was nothing.
You worked the shit out of
There's
this
no-
bag. Do you see that?
There's nothing. As long as you didn't stick it in your ass and it didn't smell like you had, so it's all good.
Mission complete.
Yeah, whatever.
He just rubbed
But you
that
see, he's
all
not.
up on
You
his
see, he's
face.
not wearing his new headphones.
Well, you know, that was a really quick change.
It was.
You know, I mean,
He
there's no
started off
question.
wearing them.
I did. And then I had to adjust it once. I'm like, I ain't doing this
He
tonight.
doesn't like the sound. I don't think.
No, I do. But on this one with these headphones, I sound deeper. And I can feel it rotate my eardrum. Folks, what's going on, man? Abnormal Realities. Filippo, give me something. What's up? So I
It's
got
been
a
2
buddy,
weeks.
dude.
Last
got
week
it.
I was traveling. Sorry.
But you were listening. How
I-
did I
I
sound?
did-
Did I sound sexy when you were listening?
Yes, very
you get-
bassy, very deep
Did you
bass
take
sound.
what?
Yeah.
Was it too much?
Yeah, probably. I need to fix that, but it sounded good. The audio was great.
I just can't get it dialed in yet.
I don't think it's from your side. I think it's from the automation server.
Well, because it's getting double compressed.
Correct.
Because, you know, I'm professional, bro.
I know you are.
I'm throwing some things out, you know. So I know a guy. And what this guy's doing, oh, by the way, I'm a crackhead till at least Monday. I just want to let everybody know, don't judge me.
You're a crackhead?
I'm a crackhead till at least Monday.
Why is that?
Well, I talked about it last night. So
Okay.
everybody kind of knows. It's
All right.
because my tooth.
Oh,
Yeah. So you didn't listen last night, obviously.
I didn't listen
Appreciate it,
last
bro.
night. I'm sorry. I was working out in the shop. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, bro.
But you broke a tooth, right? Or did you break a post?
No, it's a tooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I even said goodbye to the part, you know, that broke. You know, I mean, I spent 48 years with that piece of tooth. It was a departure. It was a moment. What?
Breaking a tooth is never fun, dude, especially if it like opens up and you get that nerve ending.
So I didn't get that.
Okay.
And it's not the whole tooth, but, you know, there's that moment of pause when, like I do right now, you got a piece of candy in your mouth,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you don't bite nothing, but just like that, there's like two pieces. And you're like, wow, weird. Where'd that other piece come from? Because the piece of candy in my mouth is still a whole piece. It's
Yeah.
like magic. It's growing babies.
So
And then-
you automatically or magically had another piece of hard candy in your mouth.
Oh, I hate that moment.
Did you spit them both out and go, what the hell?
No, the next thing you do is because you probably know if it came from somewhere, you kind of know the direction in your mouth. You're going to check
tongue,
first.
Tongue. Yeah, your tongue starts
You're going
flicking
to go
around.
right to that area, and
Yeah.
you're going to be like, it's the front door.
Is that as long as you don't suck in air through your mouth, that's where things get crazy.
Oh.
If those nerve endings are raw and you go, or it's going to hurt.
It just destroyed me. I'm like, but then I'm like, dude, it's a blessing, kind of. In a way, it's a blessing. You know why?
Why?
Because it forces it upon me, man. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep waiting until things go wrong. And
You
with
need to
everything,
get in there and get them fixed.
dude, with everything coming up, man, I got to look sexy, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
I normally wear a partial, and people that see me on TV have known this, but I'm missing teeth in the top left because I broke a bridge about 4 years ago. And the
Sounds
problem is that I have to wear a partial that changes my speech, and I don't like to do it on the radio. But the problem is I can't get a post drilled in up there to put in new teeth because the bone is too far back for that bone.
What does that mean?
There's not enough bone there for a post to
Did it
be
deteriorate?
Yeah. Over time,
Yeah.
it did because I don't have wisdom teeth, so that whole
Yep.
jaw piece back there. But yeah, it kind of
What
sucks.
is it? What
I'd love
is
to
it?
just get them all pulled
Yeah.
and just put some. But they won't do it. Nobody will do it.
So, because your teeth are so good.
Well, these are all capped. I mean, these are all.
Dude, I went to
Veneers,
listen
veneer
to this.
caps.
Completely off subject, but let's talk about this because there's people that fight this stuff. It's a real issue. There's psychological factors to it, right?
Big time. That's my thing.
It
Yeah.
breaks you.
Yeah.
You guys
Because
see me,
you're constantly aware of it.
dude. How many times when I laugh that you've seen me? What do I do when I laugh?
Do this.
That's what I
Yep.
do. That's what I do all the time. You always see me. I do this on the show all the time. Because
And I'm constantly like the reason I'm sitting on this side
it's the angle.
is because this side has got teeth. This side does not.
Yeah, but you still got a great smile,
see 'em.
Phillips. Who cares though? See, you still got
It's
your
just,
front.
It's just weird. It's
What is
weird.
it though? I mean, what is it about the trauma of a dentist? What is it about? Because some people have never had a bad experience, but yet they're deathly afraid. Like me, I've had a bad experience.
It's
and
that freaking drill sound.
it
I'm
is.
telling
That's
you.
what it is.
You
man.
know it is.
Oh my god.
That drill sound will bring you up out of a nightmare, dude. Hoping you go back into it.
Dude, that literally.
What, the drill sound? Oh. Yeah.
The trauma, man, that thing creates. I mean, that's like legal torture. And Audrey loves that stuff, but I can't, dude. I don't know what it is. It's a deathly afraid thing. I got a hold of the dentist, dude, and I was begging for mercy, dude. For some reason, this dentist I go to, this would be the second time, and he makes me feel peaceful.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you. You're not a fan of, now we're not talking about real paranormal. We're talking about Halloween haunted houses.
Halloween. Yeah.
No, you're not a big going to haunted house type
No,
of dude,
I
right?
don't. No. And you know why? Because that is set up specifically to scare you.
Yeah, that's the point.
I get that. Some people like to be scared. I do not.
What is it about the thrill of being scared?
For me, it's probably a little PTSD from growing up, being scared. I don't watch horror movies either.
You find no enjoyment of the adrenaline of it?
I find no enjoyment of the adrenaline of it. I end up with nightmares, and I don't like those.
When it's anticipated.
Yes.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, because you can't anticipate jump scares.
Is there a difference, folks, with between an anticipation scare or a non-anticipation?
My family knows that if they go to a scary movie, that I'm, one, not going to go, and two, to tell me what happened when they get home. Because I like to hear, was it a scary movie? Were there jump scares? And they know now that when they get home and they can go, yeah, you would have never done that. Or they'll get home and go, that wasn't too bad. There's like one jump scare and the rest of it's not scary at all. It's just more thriller. well, then I may see that one. But when it comes right down to it,
I see what you're doing, bro. You're
why walk into a haunted house that is there on purpose to scare the pants off of you?
What are people saying on social media about haunted houses? Because I guarantee you, man, we got some freaks that love going to this stuff. So I know a guy, and he works with me, and he has this whole weekend planned, and he's going to like 9 different haunted houses all around the Texas or Dallas Fort Worth area. I mean, he's traveling
This weekend? Yeah.
and he's going to like some of the best in the state. This dude is it's kind of like, I don't know, is this a good comparison or not? Tell me this. Is it chasing the same rush as the people going on roller coasters? You know what I mean?
Wow, that's a good question.
Because
I don't
the fear.
know. Yeah.
Do you go on roller coasters?
I will ride roller coasters, but I don't particularly care for them, again, because I get motion sick.
Do you think me and you would do real good on the slingshot?
I've never been on a slingshot.
Would you?
Probably. I've watched too many videos of people passing the hell out. Didn't anticipate that they were going to pass out.
That might be me.
But as soon as that thing lets go and the weightless or the G's hit you from bouncing up,
Jeez, bro.
and then the weightless coming back, maybe you would pass
See,
out.
I think a lot of that though has to do with the
My thing is the
timing,
flipping.
Yeah, the timing of the scream. Yeah. It's the timing of the scream to the timing of when you fully extend and start getting pulled back. So you're exhausting all the air out of your body and then getting pulled back, and then you kind of probably go into like a shock. And
I don't know how that works.
I want to try it, right? I really do, but I also believe in karma because I find so much enjoyment watching the pass out videos, dude. And I'm telling you something, I will pass out because karma's a bitch, dude, and it's watching.
Karma is a bitch. Stop.
Damn it,
touching me,
bro.
dude. Give me nipple boners.
All right, so what do you got here? Now it says the Field of Screams, but this is in Maryland. It's not Texas.
Correct. It's the Field of Screams in Maryland. It says it's so scary, you have to sign a waiver to enter it. Now, I think that's marketing. I don't think it's that damn scary.
No, it's not. You know why? Because at this one they can touch you.
Okay, that's a little bit scary. This one they can? Are you one of those people who gets a thrill out of being scared? No. If so, you're in luck because today we're featuring the scariest haunted attraction in Maryland. Oh. There's a lot to do with this petrifying place, and it's so scary you'll have to sign a waiver to enter. Read on for details. That is, if you're feeling brave.
I don't think that it's the most uncommon thing in the world for, I mean, you know what, even a minute, you and I could set up a freaking haunted house and you get some freaking wussy dude down the street who goes in and you're just like, boo, bitch. And he passes out and dies.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I would be like those damn goats. Fall over the fainting ghost. Okay.
Oh, I saw you do it in my head.
In the mood for some frightening fun, then head over to Field of Screams, which is located at 4501 Olney Laytonsville Road in Olney, Maryland.
Get that?
Don't know if anybody's close to there or not. This haunted attraction has been named the best in Maryland every year and the scariest too. You'll go in all smiles, but you'll likely leave screaming. I love these marketing. Now that's a wicked ass picture right there. There is plenty to do at Field of Screams, including 2 haunted trails. You never know what you'll see lurking in the darkness in the haunted trail.
I don't like that.
Let me turn this on so maybe I can.
You can try to share screen.
Yeah,
Watch this.
I'll see.
I do not want to be out in the woods and see a creature with no eyeballs. I think it's from that one movie where that girl and the disease company that's way underground. I can't remember the name of the movie, and I don't. Oh,
that's wicked.
dude, I don't really.
Let's see if I can get this to come up here.
If it is. If I see it, we're going. It's on.
There it is.
Here it is. Bye.
Look at that.
Nope. Dude, what if you were at Newman's house and you had to go find the boot for the horse? So what you did was you were told to get on the golf cart. You're like, damn it. Okay, Fiducia, I'm going to go. She sends you out. You're coasting the line. You didn't want to look in the woods, but there's something that was just telling you to look in the woods. You turn your head to the right and bam, that thing right there.
I'm out.
Look at those lips.
Yeah,
bro, look at those lips. They're big lips.
Yeah, it says, or enter the slaughter factory if you dare, which is equally spooky and gory.
Would you go in there?
Look at that.
Would you come with me in there? We'd do it as a team.
I don't know, dude, but that looks like zombies, dead, walking something or another's.
Oh, dude, they're crawling and they're sniffing your neck. It says right there, they can sniff your neck.
You can also play carnival games at the creepiest carnival you've ever seen. The entertaining games include Lizzie Borden axe throwing, zombie brain smash, crypt ring toss, and body beanbag pumpkin toss. There's nothing about that. That sounds fun. Now, that's a wicked looking place.
Oh, what the hell is
Be aware that you are required to sign an online waiver before entering Field of Screams. For your protection and for the protection of the scare actors, stay safe and have fun. Look at that.
Dude, scroll up a little bit more.
Is that something mounted?
Dude, no, they're crawling backwards. It's the I'm possessed and I'm coming to eat your face. It looks like, no, that's like a sheet or a.
Wow, that's weird.
Dude, that's creepy.
Learn more about Field of Screams in Maryland by visiting the official website. Let's see, does that go anywhere? Screams.org. Fantastic domain.
Do they have any video? Do they have a video that we could share and show people, somebody trying to go through this thing? They have to. And there's, you know what? I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I love watching people get scared. I think there's great. Oh.
That's 2015. I don't have anything plugged in to be able to watch it though.
Oh, you won't get the sound on there, will you?
No, but there are some pretty nice. Look at that Joker right there.
Are you kidding me?
Look at that.
See, I have a limit, Oh no, I don't like that at all. I don't like the eyeballs peeking over.
Makeup.
Would you work there?
I could work there, I think.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Would you? Look at the eyeball. Dude, that's a contact. Look, it's a cross.
Yeah. I'm quite certain these kids get a big old kick out of doing
Bro,
this.
what if, go back to. What if you were up at the Hill House and you looked and then you saw that peeking out at you in that little cubby hole? Honestly, how do you think your body would react to that?
It's called a release of urine.
You think you'd be able to move?
I would probably be able to move, but I would be petrified, I think. I mean, literally, you and I have talked about it before, the potential of seeing something like that. Because I wouldn't look into those cubby holes.
See, and I'm addicted to looking into them because I don't want to. And I keep telling myself, don't look. Hey, check it out. I just looked,
Nope.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. Field of Screams. That's screams.org. Go out there, check it out. If you're in the area, hell, you might travel to go to that. A lot of people, there are some people who like Halloween so much. That's their favorite time of the year. They will travel to, haunted houses all over the state, all over the country. They'll dress up their yard.
Yep.
Just crazy.
I almost came into the wrong house because I thought Phillips was trying to surprise me tonight.
My next door neighbor put some new stuff in their yard.
You got a new neighbor, Ron?
I do have a new neighbor.
Can I give you some advice on new neighbors?
Yep.
Don't be friends with them.
Why?
Because then you're committed to talking to them when you don't want to.
I was friends with the other guy. I just didn't talk to him.
No, dude. You know what? Lisa, she broke the breach. She talked to our neighbor, really nice lady. So if you're watching, it's just we're just having a conversation. Don't judge us or anything like that. But now it's just like.
Now you have to talk to him every time you see him outside, right?
I'm resisting the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Here.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm a neighborly guy. I like my neighbors because I think it's important to know who lives to your left and your right and across the street because you kind of look out for one another. You know what I mean? And there's been 2 shootings in my neighborhood, Ron. 2. And one of them died. And it wasn't me shooting or getting killed, but it was close enough. Made me uncomfortable.
I heard about that one. All right, tell me about this. What was this other thing that you wanted us to talk about?
Can you focus on those eyeballs that you just scanned by?
No.
That picture
This one
trips
here?
me out. What is that there?
That girl with the 4 eyeballs and 2 mouths. Sexual ghost at a North Texas house.
Yeah, all right. So
did you talk about that last night?
So no, well, I tried to, and I probably covered about 3 minutes worth because of ADHD. I find these stories to be curious, and I find them to be interesting. Been doing this quite a while, right? And I've seen a lot of people, a lot of profiteers out there, simply off a story with a lot of these places, even the ones that have been on TV, do not have nothing to substantiate the story that they produced to support the haunting of that location. So we create myths, and then these myths become reality, and then these realities become profitable, and then there it is, right? So that was the first thing I thought of, dude. When I was just like, oh my God.
This house is the one that's in Gainesville, right?
Because you know I'm going to want to go.
That's literally an hour and 20 minutes north of us.
Dude, we had a guy, buddy, call me from Minnesota. He says, dude, I'm in. If you guys go, I will drive down and I will go.
So let me kind of bounce through this story real quick. His story is at this haunted North Texas house, the ghosts will freak you all night long.
All night long.
The ghosts at this supposedly haunted house in Gainesville reportedly like to talk dirty. They're sexual, the owner says. There's no other way to put it. Yeah, this is mine and yours haunted house right here.
You know, that's what I'm saying. So like, boom, you're there.
This would be a great house to go in video. No one would confuse a small house on Denton Street in Gainesville for a moving company, but if you move in, you haul yourself right back out, and quick, the writer says. It's like a revolving door, said Linda Hill, the home's owner. The longest anyone stayed in this house was 6 months. Years ago, Hill and her husband bought several homes in the same neighborhood in order to rent them out. The one on Denton Street was the only one that couldn't keep a stable tenant. Hill said she and her husband had no idea why. Then finally, after 10 tenants moved out in less than 2 years, someone told her husband the house was haunted. What is that?
That is a picture of the house and one of the prostitutes.
From back in the day.
Somebody sent it to me. Was it Becker? Somebody sent it to me last night. Oh, no, it was Rebel from Minnesota, I believe.
That's this house we're talking about?
And that's
all right.
And there's the girls. I was going to forward it to you.
Oh, okay, yeah. At first, Hill didn't believe it. No, she said, no, not at all. The house is not haunted. That changed when she happened to take a shower on the property. Through the curtain, she saw, then heard a dark figure whisper, looking good, at her.
Looking good.
At first, she assumed it was her husband until a few seconds later when her husband walked in the bathroom.
Ooh, looking good.
He said, who were you talking to? Hill recalled, and it was like, oh my God, it really is haunted. So what other phrases is this thing? It says in 1840s, it used to be a bordello.
Yep. Bam.
That's why Hill said many of the ghosts here tend to reveal themselves in a particular nature.
Like, hey, big sexy.
Several people have recorded EVPs where the ghost can be heard talking dirty in the house. Oh, baby, yeah.
Oh, baby, yeah.
And yeah, I like it like that.
Yeah, I like it like that.
There's also a 19-foot well underneath the living room.
That is where it gets interesting.
Because there is a glass case in the living room where you can look down into the well.
That is not good, dude. There's nothing good about that. Mackey's up in Kentucky, Bob Mackey's. Same thing, dude. They got a well inside the freaking basement. It's like, okay, how's that working out for you, bro?
Some people believe it's a spiritual portal, the well, which they have said may explain how so many different ghosts and spirits have ended up in the house.
Okay.
And particularly in the room right next to that well. The murder room, Hill said that room is called. Why that name? Because some psychics claim to have seen a dead man lying on the floor of that room.
But Ron, it wasn't just a couple. It was a lot of psychics.
They said it was a lot of psychics. No, really. Almost every psychic that walks in there, Hill said.
Fact, bro. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing on record anywhere.
She now rents the house out exclusively to people who want to investigate the ghosts that reportedly live there. Literally, that's an hour and 20 minutes from us.
All right. So what's the name of the house? I mean, where's her website?
I don't know if the website's here or not.
What's the name of the place? Does it say like Hill Manor or something like that?
We'll have to go digging and see.
Yeah, because, I'm sure there's probably, I think like the shows have been to this house. I think, I don't know, but I think we should go sleep there. I even said on the show last night, man, let's go. Call people. Let's all go. We'll just all lay there in our own room on the middle of the floor and just be like, go.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see what's up. Let's
Talk
see
dirty
how
to me,
real
baby.
you are. Oh, I like that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, see, you give the ghosts in that house a little competition.
What?
Talk dirty to me, Rocky.
Talk dirty to
Then they'll get all
me.
pissed off that you're the one talking dirty.
Yeah. I'll be like, where's your ghost butt? I want to grab it. Where's your ghost butt? Ladies and gentlemen, Abnormal Realities, RomikaDesigns.com and StCustomTumblers.com, OdysseyRadio.com. Folks, we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere.
See you too.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logo designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at RomikaDesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@RomikaDesigns.com, or visit us on the web at RomikaDesigns.com.
Do you have fewer than 3 bowel movements a week? Are your stools dry, hard, and or lumpy? Your stools are difficult or painful to pass? Do you have stomach aches and maybe stomach cramps? Do you feel bloated and nauseous? Do you feel that you haven't completely emptied your bowels after a movement? Well, if that's the case, then the chances are pretty good you are dehydrated. So what you need to do is go to www.insanecustomtumblers.com. We have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of images that you can purchase for your personalized tumbler today. If you're looking for a custom design, we can help you with that. Insane Custom Tumblers is the one-stop shop for you. Once again, go to insanecustomtumblers.com. Again, that is insanecustomtumblers.com. Use code INSANE20 for a 20% discount today. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Hoop well, my friends. Hoop well.
There we are. We finally got it back together again. We were looking for the website for this house, but I don't.
Does anybody got the hookup? Does anybody know how to fix where we can't find it anywhere? Oh, could you? Hey, why don't you look the lady up on Facebook?
Oh, there it is. Hill House Manor on Facebook. Hill House Manor on Facebook.
I'm curious to see if we can go to the website. I'm curious to see how much.
Hill House Manor. Okay, found it. Now I just got to get over to it.
All right, I want to see. I'm just curious to see. What does it take for us to be able to get? Hey, dude, we're both wearing our black shirt tonight. I just realized that. Dude,
We
matching.
are. Yeah, we're matching.
That is hot, bro.
The haunted Hill House. Oh, that. What the hell? Hill House Manor. Where's Hill House Manor, Gainesville?
Oh, the Devil's what?
The Hill House on Devil's Backbone.
Oh,
I don't think that's it. It's
on the Devil's Backbone. Didn't you?
That's
click
in
a link from
Louisville.
somewhere.
Do what?
Wasn't there a link on the internet?
Hill House Manor, right there.
There it is.
Let's see. All 3,500 people following. Hill House Manor.
I'm probably one of them.
It's funny that it's Hill House because it actually looks like the other Hill House in Weatherford.
Think there's a connection to structural stuff?
I have no idea.
Maybe it has some kind of a
The Everything Vaguely Paranormal podcast has been there.
Who has encountered a shadow? What that's
Yeah. Who has encountered a shadow person at Hill House Manor? Update. Did it scare you away?
Oh,
all right. Let me look at the about page.
Yeah. See if you can find the website. I'm just
there
curious.
it is. HillHouseManor.com.
That makes so much sense. Why don't we just try that in the first place? We would have saved so much time, Ron Phillips.
We probably would have.
I don't know, man. I think about the Hill House up in Mineral Wells, and I think about doing that challenge. And dude, it's so easy for me to talk crap. It really is. But the second that I go in that door, from the back, like where you went when you had to go pee,
Yes.
everything changes. And I'm just going to want to go right in the kitchen and like do everything from the kitchen all night. I'm not going to want to go upstairs. I'm not going to want to go underneath the stairs. And then there's going to be people that are going to be challenging me, and I got to do it to win the thing. And they're going to tell me to go back in the freaking attic, and I don't want to go there, man. I do not want to go up those stairs, for one, with nobody else in that house. I do not want to have to turn the corner at the top of the freaking stairs. I don't want to have to go in that room by myself. I don't want to have to crouch down to get into that door and then have to look to my left first to make sure there ain't a creature that's going to eat my soul, and then take a right and crawl down a plank in rafters in a freaking haunted freaking house. There's no escape. Once you're in, dude, there ain't no turning around. You're getting hurt.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of stuff in that house that can hurt you.
I'm just
if you're not careful.
I hurt myself trying to get out real quick. That's what's going to happen. I'll go through a wall. If I need to get out, dude, I'm getting out.
Here's the thing about that house, that particular house, and we're not talking about Hill House Manor now. We're talking about the haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells. I never felt scared in that house at all.
No.
Did you?
Yep.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing is I don't have that switch.
I can't even look upstairs without getting freaked out.
Okay, don't get me wrong. That was but I wasn't scared, frightened.
Well, okay. What's your definition of scared? I guess that's a good thing because it's not scared. Well, there is fear to it, though. So I can't.
Fearful, yes. Scared, no. I mean, because I went everywhere y'all did.
Scared is haunted house attractions for Halloween, right?
Yes.
So that's the difference between that type of fear. Freaked out fear and adrenalized fear, like, okay, I'm freaked out.
So here's the thing. I guess the scared that I'm thinking of is what I would refer to as jump scare, or what are you doing? Or people purposefully scaring you where it raises your adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hair on the back of your neck stands up.
Does Misty
I never felt that.
You never felt that?
I never felt the hair on the back of my neck stand.
You got to sit underneath
You
the
got
stairs.
this arm thing going on. I didn't know. I wasn't going to sit. But see,
You
I wouldn't put myself in those positions.
But you
feel
have
that
to
way.
if you want to see. That's it. If you want that experience, you have to put yourself in a sit. Okay, here's the thing. Check it out. People get mad at Zach Baggins all the time. They get mad at Zach Baggins all the time because Zach Baggins, he locks, for many years, it was always Aaron. Aaron was always the one being locked in basements, locked in cells, locked in institutions. Things that literally, I don't think a lot of people, standard society, realize what it takes and how dark it is and what they actually do, right? And somebody like Aaron or somebody like the other guy, whatever, they have a different type of fear than, let's say, what Zach would have. Zach has fear too, but that is when you're going to have either a psychological experience or a paranormal experience, both relevant to investigation, because you have to understand and be able to differentiate the difference between both experiences, right? So you have to psychologically overwhelm yourself, put yourself in a very uncomfortable situation, like me going upstairs in the Hill House by myself is one of those moments.
Yeah.
And then actually pushing through that threshold and conducting something and then hearing something talk to you when you're by yourself and not lose your shit.
See, that's the thing, is that there are literally people out there who, one, do not feel fear, who, two, know how to push through the fear. But there are people like me who struggle
All right. So when I
to
have
push
to,
through it once. I mean, it's almost that little switch in your brain that says, don't put your dumbass self in a position for harm or to be scared. Why would you do that on purpose? That kind of thing.
well, it's no different than a firefighter. Why would he do that?
Good. That's a good point, actually.
Because there's fear to that. And I'm going to use that as a reference point because that's where I taught, like, when I need to.
Yeah, but see, I'm not. It's different.
It is different, but it's the same.
Yeah.
It's going in and having to overcome a fear to achieve an obstacle completion, right? That made sense to me. However, it just came out of my mouth. It actually made sense to me. I don't know. You're being weird right now. And I felt like I just said something wrong. And I really had to process what I just
You didn't
said.
say anything wrong.
So if I really had to, Phillips, I would do like going in underneath those stairs. But the part I don't like about that is I have to put myself to an uncomfortable position psychologically. And those are the positions I tell people don't put yourself when you're in haunted locations because it's a negative energy. But I had to get kind of pissed off to get enough psychological strength to walk through the threshold of the door and sit down.
To force your body to allow you to do that.
Same thing with going upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was doing fire training.
But yet, Randy, when we first got there, Randy took those little cameras. Dude, he shot in that house upstairs. He was back in the farthest recesses of the attic setting up cameras and stuff.
Man, I just can't.
I can't do it. Hell.
I will not go around and put cameras up.
Even Brad, when Brad first crawled that attic space, he crawled back in that attic space and sat in the dark
for an hour. So when I was doing fire training, we were doing confined space training, and it's a tunnel, right? Because one of the biggest obstacles for like a firefighter is claustrophobia.
Right.
Okay. Being in an engulfed fire will create a major source of claustrophobia because there's a trifecta. You have the visual of the fire, you have the heat of the fire, and then you have the overwhelming feeling of having your turnout gear on, and then you have your mask on. So now you're hearing you breathe. So the harder you work, the heavier you breathe. Now you're conscious about how much air you have in the tank, but you also hear the stress that your body's going through from your breathing because, of course, it's loud, right? Yeah. So then it produces an extra anxiety. So it's this weird thing that all these different things happen at one time. But when we're doing confined space training, what it is, it's a tunnel. That's an S. It just goes like an S. Okay. It gets smaller as you go.
Oh, the tunnel does.
The tunnel shrinks, right? Because part of fire training is to be able to do search and rescues and to be trained in complete blackness. So they'll put stuff over your head and put you in a building that's a maze, and you got to crawl up and down and over things, and it freaks you out, and you get claustrophobic because all of a sudden you feel with your feet this little hole you have to squeeze through, and with your freaking tank on, and you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know which way you're going to have to bend. It's overcoming that the psychology of the confinement.
Honestly, that to me would be like scuba diving. If I can't see distance underwater, number one, scuba diving scares the hell out of me as it is because who the hell knows what's lurking in the dark,
That's right? Yep.
But if I can't see past, my hand in my front of my face,
I ain't going in.
There's no why. Why?
It's going to be 4 feet. It's going to be a coral reef with really pretty fish, and I'm always going to be able to get up and run out at any given time.
I guess.
You feeling me on that, bro?
I guess.
We can drink beer while we do it. But so the hardest thing is when you're doing this training is to not panic, because what you did was you went in a line and you held the ankle of the firefighter in front of you.
The ankle. Okay.
The ankle.
Yep.
And you all in full turnout gear, like you are going into a full engulfed fire. And you go in, it's a line, and people go in. So now if you panic, and especially if you're in the middle, that means there's people either in front of you or behind you that are going to be part or a consequence of you freaking out, right?
Correct.
So now there's a team mentality because everybody's making sure everybody's okay, because as you continue down this tube, it's shrinking. And now, even with room, your tank is starting to hit. And you're hearing your tank hit. And you're getting tired. You're hearing yourself breathe. But here's the freaking thing. The first person that comes out of the other side of the tube, he has to immediately turn around and crawl over the other people going the other way.
In that tight-ass tunnel.
In that tight-ass tunnel.
Oh, wow.
So you're swimming through people. And here it is. The instructor and the guy who does this, and he does the cave crawls, where they go in a cave in a really tight spot. This is what he does. His expertise is to almost suffocate himself to death every day. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you. I used to do that when I worked as an exterminator in East Texas.
That's right. I heard stories too.
Crawling under these pier and beam houses, because you have to crawl into the spaces to spray them.
Yep.
And there were some where the beam was almost touching the ground, and I'd have to dig out the dirt underneath the beam just enough to squeeze my body. And there were plenty of times where I would get under there and I would have to blow all the air out of my lungs just to get on up underneath there. Yeah, I'm telling you, and it would be scary, but I survived.
You know what he said? He said, always stay focused on the destination.
Always.
Never
Yeah, I
lose
can see
focus
that.
of the
Yeah.
destination. Once you break focus of the destination because you're worried about your elbow touching
Yep.
something, that's when panic happens.
Yep.
As long as you always know where you're going, and just like when you're rock climbing, it's the same thing. You could panic. You could be 200 feet up on a freaking wall.
And all of a sudden, panic.
There ain't no
Yep.
turning back.
Yeah.
You have to overcome that and always know the destination.
All right. Does that same thing work for people who have a fear of heights?
There's a big consequence to panicking, dude, trying to challenge your fear of
I'm
heights.
telling you. We had a
Yeah.
friend who had a fear of heights, who would, in a 14-story building, walk the stairs because he did not like the elevators. You remember?
You know,
Oh.
I thought he was kind of exaggerating until we had to go to a station in Dallas.
Yep. And
And-
he walked all 14 flights.
I mean, we kind of wanted to slap the shit out of him, really, the
Yeah.
way he was acting. Kind of embarrassing us and shit in front of people.
wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, and it was late at night.
But he would never, he was okay once he got on the floor, but he would never walk near the windows, right? And it's just, what is it? And everybody has their fears, right? I have mine about horror movies.
There's no turning back.
But
you are so close
there's
to
no
death.
there's no logic, right? I can walk up to a building. As a matter of fact, I worked in the 26th, which was the top floor, the penthouse floor of an office building in downtown Dallas. My office was a corner office, had 3 floor to ceiling plate glass windows, and I looked out over Dallas. Right, I could walk up to those plate glass windows that were touching the floor, put my head against them, and look down. There were people in my office that wouldn't even come into my office because that would put them too close to those glass windows.
Well, it's the same thing with those glass bridges, and then they had the fake cracks.
Oh my God!
I love those videos, bro.
Yeah, that's the ones with the TVs, and
Oh
then
my
they crack.
God, it's so freaking awesome.
I mean, but it's what I'm saying. There's no logic. I'm sure there is, but there's no logic to why one person would feel that way, but another person doesn't.
It's all how we're chemically developed, right? Through experience. And
Here's another fear, and I'm just going to throw it since we're talking about fears.
on,
Here's
bro,
another
give me
one
something.
that, quite honestly, for a long time, I did not get. I did not understand it.
Snakes.
My 16-year-old daughter.
You're afraid of her?
No.
Oh.
When she was growing up, we don't know if something happened, but she has a fear of mascots, people wearing masks. Like
It
the
was
big,
from a nightmare she had when she was a baby.
maybe, but she has
saw it.
from a very young age till right now, she won't even in Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, those people,
What about Miracle League mascot?
she will not go around anybody that is a mascot. She just will not.
Because she's freaked out of the person inside.
And I think it has to do with the face not being human looking. It's like, I think it's called masculophobia. Masculophobia, but it's just weird. To me, it's weird, but to her, she's got a fear of it. So we've all learned to deal with it. So when we go to like Disney World this last year, we don't go anywhere near, any of the characters.
And they're everywhere.
Yeah.
How the hell do you go to Disney World?
Well, they're not
Orlando?
everywhere. But
Well, you always see them in pictures
you
harassing
do,
people.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have a fear of heights. I have a respect of heights. I don't get. One time, Rocky and his class went up to, it's called Taylor's Falls, Minnesota. Is this probably about 35 miles north of my parents' house? And they needed a chaperone. I didn't have nothing going on that day. I'm like, you know what? I'll go with the kids, because I'm an outdoorsman. I know this stuff. I don't. I thought I did. But Rocky got kind of close to a cliff. It was about a 60-foot bump right there because I used to jump off that cliff when I used to cliff jump. And I had a vision, Ron. I had a vision of my child falling off the cliff. And I looked over the edge, and he made eye contact with me on his way down before he hit the water and effing died. I freaked out. He did not go.
What?
I had a vision right there and saw it. I literally saw it in my head, dude. And it was just like,
oh, snap.
we did not go near that cliff the rest of the day. I'm telling you, it could have been just my imagination, but I saw it. And I wasn't even going to take that. It's just my imagination. Let's go. Get away. Get your ass away. You want to go home now? If you just don't move away from that cliff, let's go. I know you're 30 feet away, but that ain't far enough for Dad right now. Okay. It may get windy out. You may get blown. Bro.
Hell no, dude.
Dude, it freaked me out. I got dreams like that too, man. And then I freaking go like 4 days traumatized by my dreams.
That's the thing is I have irrational fears, and don't get me wrong, I love to scare people in the house.
But you get mad when you get scared.
I don't so much anymore. If I can tell that it's fun, you know, you got to get over that first hit of adrenaline.
Right. Where you want to hit him in the face.
Where you want to hit him in the face.
Yeah, I got that.
But I mean, I constantly am watching on social media little scare prank videos and, you know, things like that.
You know what's funny is that when you see people get scared on these videos, because I am addicted to watching scare videos.
Yeah.
When you see the person completely crap their pants and they're ready to lose their ever-loving shit on the person, and then they see it's being recorded, and then all of a sudden they start laughing about it like, man, that was a good one, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing. So,
hey, Ron.
Phobias and fears.
I might want you to come to the
turn into phobias and fears?
Because we talked about the dentist, and I might want you to come with me and live stream me getting my face drilled.
Would they let me do that?
Dude, I know people, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
I know people.
I'll do it. Let's go back to masculophobia.
Let's do that. Let's talk about
Sometimes
this. Because you
referred
could
to
definitely never go to one of those conventions.
Mascophobia is a specific phobia used to classify a general and in some cases an irrational fear of masks, people in costumed clothing, and mascots, which is common among toddlers and young children. The common cause for masculophobia is not known.
Oh,
Symptoms of
that's interesting.
masculophobia are generally seen in the early years of child development, typically between 0 and 8 years of age.
Does that sound right?
People with masculophobia experience the following symptoms: sweating, screaming, shaking, crying, hiding, running away from the costumed or masked person, and heart palpitations. I just feel, I feel so bad reading those, knowing that my 2-year-old was going through that.
Ron got me so freaking mad outside earlier before the show. My
did
freaking
not.
pulse was 120.
He did show me that. Yeah, it was.
So they're saying that people can have it without any type of, you know what it is? It's a spiritual world that only haunts certain children, and they experience part of this activity at their younger ages, and it creates a deep down, deep rooted core fear. And that's why people will go their whole life, because they keep fighting all the consequences of the fear that is the surface issues. And what they need to do is probably get hypnotized. Almost like a past
Would
life.
hypnosis help?
I think so. You know, if we can do regressions, a past life regression, then why couldn't we do a form of hypnosis to understand and have them take us into the exploration of their mind and take us to where those freaking things are at in their head and why are they there? And then we give them a freaking eviction notice, you know what I mean? Because they're not welcome. And when you ain't
I'll be
welcome,
honest with you.
gotta
That
go.
whole, you know, when your parents would tell you, just close your eyes and say, no, go away. No, go away. If you had the monster in under your bed or whatever, that helped me growing up.
It don't help me at work.
Yeah.
They're like, no, dude, it has to be done by noon.
And maybe that's that wall that I have, right? That I don't get to experience the haunted house like you do. Maybe I have this stupid ass.
Yeah, but see, that's debatable, because to some people, half the people, it's like politics, will say that's a good thing because you may not want to go there, right? Maybe some people will think I'm delusional on my beliefs and you're absolutely rational. Maybe vice versa.
Yeah, I've been known to be both.
Maybe you're so
actually.
indoctrinated that you just completely cut off. Like, you know, it took my dad a long time, dude. It took my dad a long time, because my dad was Mr. Religious. And as your typical religious person, what I deal with, everything is demonic, and I get it. I never said that it was a world of beautiful experiences, because it's not.
Yeah. And even if your dad's doesn't particularly care for what you do, when we were up there, he was all about telling us what he was experiencing.
There's a ton. And
Yeah.
and I think it was the dog, when he told you the story about him and my mom both seeing the dog at the end of their bed, and neither one of them.
That and the apparitions appearing to him downstairs. And I sat in that chair by myself downstairs going, Please do not happen. Please, I don't want this to happen
Dude,
right now.
I got to tell you, man, when we went up there, that was seriously probably one of the best times I had in such a long time because Ron had me so freaked out at the house I used to live in. He had me so freaked out, I didn't even want to go in my frickin' mom's laundry room to get a pop.
Dude.
He had me get his pop. He didn't want to go to the laundry
The laundry room is in a room that's actually basement. It's an unfinished part of the basement.
It's a split level.
And it's water heaters, it was just a freaky, scary place. And if you're downstairs by yourself in that house, it's just knowing what your dad was telling us. It's just a freaking scary place.
I'm not exaggerating.
You got pictures on the wall with orbs floating through.
Because you 365 days a year.
Yes.
364 days a year, maybe 363 days.
They never see an orb in that
We
house.
could go around and take 400 pictures a day and never get that. On Thanksgiving, but mainly Christmas, for some reason, every time we do family pictures, we have a ton of, I'm not talking these they're like, it's incredible. I got one that is over my whole chest.
That is a fact. I've seen
Over
it.
my whole chest.
Yep.
And so, could it be dust? Hell yes, it can. I'm just saying, what are the odds? What are the odds?
All right. There you go.
But
people are contemplating the odds right now.
Dude, there's something though. You are right. There's something happening in my dad's basement, but there's also something that's been happening in my mom's room. And I get different spirits in different spots. I got the one girl freaking screaming in distress. That was that night Lisa got attacked.
Yeah.
My dad sees apparitions. He opens his eyes, or he saw an apparition of a guy like a hippie dude
holding a gun.
Yeah, Dad. He woke up to a guy holding a Western cowboy dude, holding a gun to his face. I'm like, dude, that's a past life thing. That dude's hunting you, Dad, and from a past life. He's looking for you. He's waiting for you, bro. What are you gonna do?
And then he woke up one time, and there was a guy just standing there watching TV.
Standing right next to my dad. It's literally standing next. And did they acknowledge each other? Did my dad say? Did he look at?
I want to say your dad said he spoke to one of them, especially the one that kept putting his hands in front of his face from behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I got a problem with that. You can't be sitting in a recliner and a hand comes in front of your face and you just continue watching the freaking ball game. That's not normal. That's powerful. And it's multiple different types of entities. So it's just like, what's going on, Dad?
Hey, are we dressing up next week?
Yes.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say that. All right, well, we'll try to do something next week. It's the last show before
and I'm putting
Halloween.
Lipstick on my nipples.
So we'll see. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. So
we will.
All right, well, he will maybe.
Lipstick on the nipples, Halloween party, abnormal reality style, bitches. That's what we're doing right here.
All right, love you guys. Thanks for joining us this Thursday night. We'll be back next week. Fingers crossed. Talk to you later. Peace.